Hey guys, it's Riley with ConcealedCarry.com, and I'm so pleased to be here with Mike Hughes from NextLevel Training.
Good to be here, Riley.
Thank you for taking a few minutes of your day to talk to us some really cool new products from you guys. First up, we have here the SIRT training knife, and this thing is awesome. Oh, geez, yeah, you see, so, I mean, this is a really great training product. First of all, we have this blade that's super flexible.
Yeah,
right.
It's really purpose built to get kind of a little bit more realistic training with the blade, defensive training, mainly for like full-on strikes.
Right.
Because the blade will collapse, and there's a little bit of a point here, so you kind of know it, but
you feel it, but you don't get hurt.
But you don't get hurt, and it tends to collapse and have almost a cushioning-like effect. Yet this is very specialized material, so it can take the repetitions.
Right.
We've rigorously tested it, like I'm talking like 300,000 reps,
right,
and have not had breakage. So really,
and it does a really good job of returning back to shape, so you can repeatedly strike somebody.
Absolutely.
And it's going to come back to shape. So really, really cool training product. If you're working on knife skills, hand-to-hand skills, awesome. I think you need this in your toolkit.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Let's take a look here. And I think you've had this for, I feel like we saw this last year.
A spot trainer?
Or maybe you just talked about it. I don't remember, but this is a really cool item here. So tell us about that spot trainer.
Well, essentially, if people are running optics on their pistols, first off, you got to vet out your optic and reliability and all that. I was a skeptic, right, going back from the days of a long time ago. Now I'm a believer. All right, just shooting. I think they're really a game changer. But you have to train more if you have an optic. Okay, you have to train more. It's not a cure-all pill. Your natural point of aim has to be better. Otherwise, you can't find that gosh darn dot in there. So we have a really inexpensive, cheap solution. Essentially, our spot trainer, it's our SIRT pistol optic trainer. It's just an attachment on your existing SIRT pistol. You slide it in the rear sight. All right, I have a 110 here. When you prep the trigger, you get the red dot, and when you break, you get the green dot. And at distance, they are co-witnessed, all right? So all you're using is the red dot, not bouncing off glass, having all that technology, because that's obviously several $100, so this is like sub $20. You can prep, find the dot, work your next point of aim, and break the shot, all right? And break the shot fearlessly. Very specific drills as far as when you prep the trigger. You don't want to search a room with it and such, Right. So anyways, we're really excited. I think it's going to really help people transition and get better with their optic on their live fire tool, because you've got to have good natural point of aim with an optic.
And I'll tell you, when I first saw it, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, but it's really intuitive, because you look through this from your point of view. You're looking at that prep laser, and you're seeing it as you would see the laser in a red dot. You almost can't tell,
because as we know with red dot, if you're not familiar with the red dot technology, I mean, that rear piece of glass, acts like it's going to reflective dot, looks like it's on the target, right? At some given distance, right? Well, the red laser is literally on the target with the SIRT pistol. All right. So, and it's also good too, right? For some other things, like let's say your natural point of aim is outside, you'll still see it outside, and you'll correct. So pretty soon, your natural point of aim is you want to get it so you present out, and that red dot is there. You find it, and it works. It's phenomenal.
You start dialing in that natural.
You dial it in. The other big thing on that natural point of aim is different. Our sights are down here. Now you got to lower that gun on presentation. So instead of being like right on the sights, right? I'm going to aim at the camera here. I got to be a little bit lower. All right. That's training. It takes training.
Yeah. Awesome. Really cool accessory from NextLevel Training. Check it out. If you're a dot shooter, you're going to want one of these. Let's take a look now at this. Is really exciting, especially for the 320 users, which I happen to really like the P320 platform, so I'm super excited to see a new 320 model from NextLevel Training.
Oh, it's fun. I'm really pleased with this. This is really came together very, very nice. Now, this obviously has, the Desert Tan military model it's fitted to. We will have one. The client, in this case, requested a safety, so we have a mock safety, just so you work the muscle memory of popping a safety, if you use a safety, all right? But anyways, it's the same principle, shot indicating, resetting trigger. I like how the trigger feels on this.
Feels really good.
So it's good. You do have to remove the internal module to adjust the trigger on this one, just because you're fitting it to a slide, a 320 slide.
Right. This is obviously mounted right into a grip module from SIG.
Yes, exactly.
So that's really cool. Awesome training aid if you're into the P320 series. I'm really excited to put this in my hand and do some training with it.
Perfect.
So I'm super stoked to talk to you about this next product. Tell us all about it.
All right. Well, we have an original SIRT AR bolt, all right? And I'll be honest with you, I was never super excited about it. I mean, it kind of worked. It worked. It was a little hard to get in, a little finicky with the pin. You had to fit, a lot of, it was a tough product. It really was. Yeah. So we kept designing, looking at all these different options. Should we make a whole rifle? All these different options. We really, I think, found something here as far as the design criteria and then executing upon it. So here's what we got. I'll just show you the end result here. This is the end user's AR, all right? Everything is your AR, all right? Except for the bolt, except for the magazine, which is obviously easy to change out, right? So, selector switch, of course, works, all that. I pull the trigger, okay? I get a shot, all right? Now I am pulling my actual trigger, my actual brake, and I'll show you that in a second. But I get a shot. How does this work? Like, how am I not racking the bolt each time? Because that hammer is getting jacked back every time, all right?
I mean, when you opened this up the first time, I was blown away because this is your actual lower, this is your actual trigger, your actual hammer. To make something fit into this that is actuating and resetting that hammer each time, that's remarkable.
It's pretty cool. I mean, I'm pretty excited. I really am on this. I think this will help a lot of people get their ARs out of their safe, in their hands, and doing drills in their, in their apartment, in their house, in their basement, and all those things, like in their force-on-force training and what have you, okay? So this is the pre-production model. Obviously, the final one will be red. Essentially, what you do is you just take your bolt carriage assembly out, take your charge handle out, and then you just pop this in, all right? You got little circuit board connectors right here. You can adjust the laser, strike through here so it's right in line with your, not in line with your optic, but kind of just below your optic, kind of maybe kissing with your optic about 100 yards. So you have good offset training when you're up close, which is a huge thing people don't understand, right? So then that's it, right? Jack the hammer back, you close it up. So, I mean, we wanted to tout before like a 20 seconds in train. Now we're really there, to pop it in, pop it out. So the magazine's really cool. We have these new CR batteries. These 3.7 volt batteries, want to hang on that for a minute?
Absolutely.
They just pop in and out of the magazine so you can recharge them. So you can have these guys set up like so, all right? Pop it in the mag. They're pretty stout, they'll get in there. And away you roll. The other set can be on the charger. You get we're estimating at this time right now about 1,400 shots per charge before you pop it out. Yeah, because you need a fair amount of jam on the solenoid to get that hammer back. Right. It's essentially what we're doing here is charging it up, jacking that hammer back.
So just pop that thing in.
Yeah. Now you can do mag changes even with that. Yeah, there you go. There's one setting we have. I just want to make note on here. Don't make this too long for y'all. So there's three settings. One is you just click and it works. The other setting is the laser's constantly on. That's to adjust the lasers. Oh. So you can adjust the laser to your optic. All right, windage and elevation. Right. Third setting is this 30 rounds, 30 shots, and it stops working. Again, training. That doesn't mean you're training slide locks, or bolt lock stimulus, right? It just gives someone a stimulus like you can't just be pulling crazy forever. Yeah. Obviously, you got to go to the range. Train the feel of the bolt locking back.
Really, really awesome training system. New and newly developed from NextLevel Training. Mike, thanks so much for giving us a tour.
Awesome.